Hello everyone. Welcome to Study Online. Welcome to software testing. Today happens to be the day three. Let me just do one thing. Let me just share you the screen. Guys, please do respond. Where I used to write the notes of software testing. I used to write the notes in the normal notepad or like OneNote. If I'm not wrong, OneNote, right? Okay, let me just do one thing. Software testing, manual testing. Okay. I think here is where I have written. When it comes to yesterday's class, don't you think I have started off with SDLC? I have started off with SDLC. When it comes to SDLC, if few people are asking in the interview, like, what do you mean by SDLC? Your answer should be different procedures followed to develop the software is called as SDLC. There are five models, five important models which are based on SDLC. Although there might be more than five models, but these are the five important models that IT industry would have followed. Among that, nowadays, fine, in 2023, 95%, above 95% of the people will use or are using Agile. Okay. Under SDLC, there are seven phases. There are seven phases. If you ask me, sir, in Agile, will all these seven phases will come? 100% it will come, but not in the same order. Not in the same order. Is that fine? Plus, in Agile also, all these seven phases will be involved. How it will be involved, everything I'll take care. Don't worry about that. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me just come down. First one is what I have taken. That is waterfall model. Waterfall model. When it comes to waterfall model, please tell me, guys. It might be waterfall model or it might be any model. Fine, if they're asking in the interview, just tell them that it's one of the procedure followed to develop the software. It's part of SDLC. Today, the seven phases will be involved in waterfall model. I think this will be changed. Fine. But don't you think these two sentences would remain same? If somebody is asking, what do you mean by spiral? Same definition. It is one of the procedure followed to develop the software. It's part of SDLC. If somebody is asking what is prototype, same. It's one of the procedure followed to develop the software. It's part of SDLC. Same V and V. Is that fine? Please do respond in the chat box. Okay. Now and later on, which I have just given the clarity regarding design. Guys, when it comes to design, I hope you have a clear picture of what is high level design, what is low level design. High level design means which will tell the overview. Fine. And it can be obtained using flowchart, algorithm, some few pseudo codes. Fine. Similarly, when it comes to low level design, fine. Low level design will be done by senior developers. Is that clear? Low level design will be done by senior developer. The design which gives the logic of individual component is only referred as low level design. Okay, let me just come down. Next, coding. I think you know what is the meaning of coding. Like it's just a converting the design into executable format by doing the code or by writing the code using any programming language. And basically, it will be done by developers. And I think next phase also, I have just given the glimpse. What is testing? It's a process of checking whether the software meets customer requirement or not, or it's a process of checking the error in the software product developed by the developers. Group of people involved in this phase is only referred as test engineers or testers. Now, let me just take the terminologies that are involved in testing. Okay, sir, how many terminologies are involved, sir? Mistake, guys, like this. Fine. I have just categorized all the possible ways of terminologies that will be used by IT people. Different, what I can tell. Term has different meaning. Is that fine? First, what I'll do, I'll tell you the meaning of defect or bug. Just give me 1 minute of time. Just give me 1 minute. Where is this? Just give me a minute. Okay. Guys, for what you'll call it as a bug? For what you'll call it as a bug? Can someone tell me? Yes, if you are aware of that, just tell me. If not, don't worry, I'll take care. Can someone tell me for what we'll call it as a bug? Think for a while. Don't come to a conclusion. Just think for a while. For what we will call it as a bug. Yes, at least please do respond in the chat box. For what we might call. Just take a call. Just try it out. Remaining things I'll explain with a beautiful diagram. You don't worry about that. With a beautiful diagram, I'll explain. But bug defect, I can't what I can tell correlate in that diagram. That's the reason. Guys, when it comes to defect or bug, it is same. Now only I'm telling when it comes to defect or bug, it is same. But it depends on what people are using the term in which instance. If developer are using that term, then it is called as defect. If test engineers are using that term, then it is called as bug. According to developer perspective, it is defect. According to test engineer perspective, it is bug. Okay, sir. For what according to developer perspective, what according to test engineer perspective, sir? Observe properly. See here. Just observe and tell me whether people are able to understand or not. Developers while coding. Or else let me just do one thing. Let me just completely highlight this. I think it's Times New Roman. Okay, and I think the font I used to consider happens to be 18. Yep. Observe, guys. Please observe. Developers, while coding, if they commit any mistake in the code, whatever they have written, then they will call that particular mistake or what they committed, fine in the code as a defect. Assume that I'm a senior developer. Assume that you are a junior developer. I have identified a defect in your code, saying that, see, you have just written a lengthy code where it can be reduced from time complexity, fine, as well as space complexity. That's what I will tell. Maybe if you're not aware of what is time complexity, space complexity, don't worry about that. If I tell like that, don't you think I just identified few defects in the code, whatever I have written as a junior developer? Or assume that me and my colleague who is equivalent, fine, I have written few codes for about 450 lines of code. Fine. Assume that I have just written, I just took around some 6 hours or 8 hours of time and I just wrote around some 400, 450 lines of code. And I'll just give it to the one more peer developer. That means one more colleague of mine. He'll just go through that and he might tell, no, Sandesh, there are some defects in your code, whatever you have written. That means as a developer, if we commit a mistake, or if somebody else committing a mistake, as a developer we have to use the term called as defect. As a test engineer, if they identify the mistake done by developer, that is what the duty of test engineers, right? Yes, you have to understand here. DD, developer defect. As a test engineer, while testing the software or while testing the code, whatever it may be, basically they'll not test the code. While testing the software developed by developers, so here test engineers while testing the software, if they identify any mistake done by developer, then it is referred as bug. Now tell me, how many of them understood? Yes, sir. We got the clarity for what we have to call it as a bug, for what we have to call it as a defect. How many of them understood? If you are able to understand, please do respond yes in the chat box. Please do respond yes. Above four things, you don't worry. Why? Because you will only understand what kind of silly example I will take to make sure that you will understand this concept. Just trust me, it's a silly example. I'm only telling it's a very silly example. Okay, shall I start taking that example? Yes or no? Please do respond. Shall I take that example? Okay, great. Observe properly, and now only I'm telling you should not give this example in the interview. Is that fine? Guys, can I take what I can tell? Wording from your side, please don't give this example in the interview. Okay, let me just take the diagram. Sir, what, sir? Okay, let me just cut it. I would like to paste it. Okay. Observe the diagram so that you'll be able to understand the starting four terminologies. Fine. Without getting confused. Without getting confused. I'm just taking a layman example. Let's assume that he is Subbu and she is Anupama. Why you will take Subbu Anupama, sir? Uh, yes, why? Because uh, when I learned testing, fine, at that point of time, the name of a teacher happens to be Subramanya, fine. From him, I learned manual testing. I think his wife name is Anupama. Fine. He used to take the example like, see, I'm Subbu, my wife Anupama. And even I like that characters. That's the reason I'm just taking Subbu Anupama. That's it. Okay. Shall I proceed? Guys, don't look at the diagrams. Just for, I think it's very difficult to write the diagram in the, what I can tell. Zoom. Fine. Okay. Let's proceed further. Let's assume that Subbu and Anupama planned in order to go for Tirupati. Fine. Assume that they started their journey from Bangalore or Bengaluru. Fine. They started their journey and both of them decided, let's not use our mobile phone. Let's explore this particular trip. Let's not use mobile phone. That's the reason these people, what they did, they kept their mobile phone in their home. If there is no mobile, 100% you can't be sure about the map, right? Assume that the first time they are going to Tirupati, fine. At that point of time, the early morning, they started their journey. They were going 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Okay. At some point of time, they got a junction. Fine. The thing is, there is no signboard whether to take left or take right. At that point of time, one bro was standing there. Fine. The Subbu asked that particular bro. Bro means one person. Fine. Bro, which way to go to Tirupati? I think bro also got confused, or maybe morning itself, bro was very high. That's the reason he told just take right. By listening to bro, these people are in the car. They took right instead of left. They took right, and they started their journey half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hour. At some point of time, they realized that no, we reached or we came in the wrong direction. How, sir? By seeing the signboard of the shop. If it is Tirupati means, don't you think the signboard should be in the Telugu? But the signboards or the shop boards, all those things are there in Tamil. That's the reason they understood that no, this is not Tirupati. This might be Chennai. Now, please observe properly. Subbu human, bro human human interactions or human interaction, which leads to incorrect result is only called as mistake. Is that clear for everyone? As I want you to respond, fine. Is that clear? Please do respond. I don't know how to play around with this one note. Okay, where is the pen? Insert. Okay. Home. Why these things are not coming? And I don't know. Let's check it out in draw. I think good that we have some pen. Yeah, let's see. Guys, don't you think Subbu and Bro interacted because of human interaction? Because of human interaction, something happened. What is that? Could you people please tell me something happened? What is that? Because of human interaction, which leads to incorrect result, is only called as what? Mistake. Mistake. Is that clear? The place where mistake occurred. Don't you think this is the exact place where the mistake occurred? This is the exact place where the mistake occurred. The place is only called as failure. Sorry, the place where mistake occurred is only called as fault or flaw. Is that clear for everyone? Because the place where mistake occurred is only called as fault or flaw. The outcome of fault, okay, they committed a mistake, which is nothing but in that particular place, fault happened or flaw happened, and they started to travel in a error direction or error path. That means the outcome of fault or flaw is only called as error. Now you have to observe very properly. You have to observe very properly. Guys, please do respond. Please do respond. When it comes to failure, please tell me what was the actual output? What was the actual output? Don't you think they reached Chennai? Will you agree with my point? This is what the actual output. This is what the actual output. But what was the expected output? They were expecting to reach, they were expecting to reach Tirupati, but instead of that, they reached Chennai. Don't you think difference between expected output and actual output leads to incorrect result? That is only nothing but failure. That is only nothing but failure. Now, again, I'll start reading those five definitions. Just tell me whether people are able to understand or not. Human interaction which leads to incorrect result is called as mistake. The place where mistake occurred is called as fault or flaw. The outcome of fault or flaw is called as error. The difference between expected output and actual output, which leads to incorrect result, is only nothing but failure. Developers, when they commit a mistake or if there is anything that they identify in their code, they will call it as defect. Test engineers, while testing the software developed by developer, if they identify some mistake or if they identify something wrong, then it will be called as bug. I hope it's clear for everyone. Yes or no? Yes, please do respond. I hope it's clear for everyone. Okay, is that clear? Guys, I want you people to respond as early as possible. Don't take much time to respond. Where this? Okay. Okay, cool. Let me just give the note points till now, whatever I have explained. Guys, again and again, I'm telling, please don't give this example in the interview. One of the person has given. That's the reason. Clearly, I'm telling. Clearly, I'm telling. Please don't give this example and all. Is that fine? As the interview, they're asking, sir, let's do one thing. Let's go for Tirupati. Let's plan for Tirupati. Let's go for Chennai. All those things, please don't tell in the interview panel. Just for your ease of understanding, I just took this example. That's it. Okay. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's proceed further. Before me proceeding, just give me a minute. See here, human interaction which leads to incorrect result is called as a mistake. The place where mistake occurred is called as fault or flaw. The place where exactly mistake occurred. And what is error if somebody is asking? The outcome of fault or flaw is called as error. Difference between actual output and expected output is called as failure. Defect or bug from developer perspective, defect from test engineer perspective, bug. That's it. Is that clear? Shall I proceed further to the next step? Yes, please do respond. Shall I proceed further to the next step? Okay, what is the next phase? Could you people please tell me what is the next phase? What is the next phase? Next phase happens to be installation phase. Installation. That means right now the software has been developed, the software has been tested, everything is perfect. Then, guys, after testing, what they'll do, the next step, the software has to go for next step in the next phase of SDLC. Sir, what is the next phase, sir? Next phase happens to be installation. Guys, installation is very simple. You can't tell to a client, come and take the software in the hard disk, come and take the software in the pen drive. You just enjoy whatever you want. No, you can't tell. Why? Because client might not be aware of the software. You have to guide them. You have to install the software. As best example, assume that Kotak Mahindra Bank would have given a requirement to Infosys company to develop a software which will maintain all the Kotak Mahindra customer account, like software for customer management, or what I can tell, consume customer or client. That means Kotak Mahindra customer. That means bank. What is the exact term? Account holder. Okay. Account management, account management. Now, assume that Infosys company will develop a software where all the huge amount of account holders that are there for Kotak Mahindra, it will be able to manage. Don't you think you can't tell to the manager, Kotak Mahindra manager, that see this is what the software? No. Don't you think whatever the developed and tested software is there, you have to make sure that you will install the developed and tested software into client's environment. That means you will guide client how that particular software will work. Yes or no? or you have to install in their laptop or in their machine, whatever it may be, and you have to give them the guidance. Okay, this is how it will work. Yes or no? That particular process will be done by installation engineers. Now, if you ask me, sir, for installation also there will be a separate people called as installation engineers, sir. 100%. Once you join the company, at that point of time, if they feel that you have a very good communication skill, you are not eligible to code or test, then also if they decided you to be in the technical domain, then they might give you a job role of installation engineer. Because many IT company will try to fool a fresher, many IT company, by giving some nonsense job role. Trust me, many IT companies I have seen, it's either development testing or something is what they have to clearly state. And let me be very clear what students' mentality. If they are giving 3 to 5 lakhs per annum, and if that particular college comes to, sorry, if that particular company comes to your college, and if you got a place, and if you got the offer letter, trust me, you will not be in the land. Already, you will be flying above 3 feet from the ground. Fine, guys. It might be any job. Fine, it might be 10,000 per month. It doesn't matter. First, please go through the job role, whatever you got selected. Please go through the job role. Because again, it is not, no one I'm telling, again, it's very difficult for you to, what I can tell, get back from the non-technical domain to technical domain. Once you enter, that's it. It's a chakra vyuha. Again, you can't, what I can tell, come back out of that for a couple of years. No one I'm telling. That's the reason. Please look at the job role. Many colleges I have seen, I don't know why they'll entertain such things. Many colleges I have seen. If I ask them the question, what they will tell? Sandesh, is just to make sure that the college placement will improve. Let them have a job. I think 4 lakhs is a very good package, right? Is what the college people will tell. I'll say as a fresher, 4 lakhs is a very good package. I'll agree with that point. But after 2 years also, or after 3 years also, the package will be less than 5 lakhs per annum. Then what is the use of students doing the non-technical work? Initially, they'll be happy and they'll enjoy like anything. Fine. Guys, that is the reason. Please go through the job role properly before you give your commitment to any company. Is that fine? Because at least if you have a job, because I don't know whether you have observed or not. I think if you're from any of the college, please tell me in your class there might be some students who got placed, or there might be some seniors who got placed. Don't you think you can't talk with them? Yes or no? If they would have, if they are having offer letter in their hand, you can't talk with them. Correct, right? Talk with them means I hope you understand. You understood from which perspective I'm speaking. Trust me, they'll not listen to anything. Fine. Let me tell you one small instance. Fine. Let me tell you one small instance. This exactly happened. That's the reason I'm telling. Fine. One of the student from one of the college. Fine. He was about to join the course for what I can tell. I think Python full stack. Fine. He was about to join the course, but due to a genuine reason, he told that no, sir. Now I'll not be able to take up the course. Why? Because I have other commitments. Like I want to prepare for UPSC. My sister is interested. Fine. She might take up the course. Fine. That's what he told. After a couple of months, her sister came back to me. Fine. And she took the course. But what happened, I'll tell you. Many of the companies, not only her, and as well as I think my friend sister. Fine. My friend sister. She's from, okay, let me not tell the college name. It's in Bangalore. She got placed to a company called as Wipro. I'm not kidding. She got placed to a company name called as Wipro, pure technical job in 2022 February. 2022 February, she got placed and she got an offer letter. She got a very good, nice offer letter. But trust me, still now, she didn't get her joining date. Still now. Trust me, what happened, I'll tell you. She got an offer letter, right, in February. I think those people got passed out in the month of June or July. I don't know. June or July 2022. What happened in her life, I'll tell you. Fine. And Wipro, I think the package is around 4 lakhs per annum. I don't remember exact package. I think it's 4 lakhs per annum or 4.5 lakhs per annum. What she did, anyhow, I have a offer letter. Maybe Wipro might give the joining date on August or September. That's the reason what she did. Fine. She enjoyed her life like anything. Somebody told once you join any company, you'll not be able to enjoy whatever the trip that you want to do. You just go and come. And that's the reason she just uh, enjoyed her, what I can tell, after engineering days. Fine. And during December, fine, she started to feel no, something is going wrong, and these Wipro people are not releasing the joining date. And later, on Jan 2022, if she want to apply for any other job role, do you think she'll be treated as a fresher? Do you think she will be treated as a fresher? 100% no. 100% she won't be treated as a fresher. Is that clear? Sorry, getting my point? If she is 2022 passed out and in Jan 2023, if she is trying to apply a job, 100% the company people will ask what you have done from past 6 months. She has not done any course. She has not learned anything. She don't have the touch of that particular subject, whatever she has learned in engineering. Why? Because she was in the complete enjoyment mode. Fine, if somebody used to tell, just learn this. I just told him, it's okay, let her get the offer letter. I'm damn sure she don't have the knowledge. Just tell her to upgrade herself in the field of Python or Java is what I told. Later, what she did, fine. In the month of March, I guess, that too, after searching for job for 3 months, she was frustrated and she was done and dusted. Later, what she told, uh, fine, brother, I'm done and dusted. Fine, please help me. Fine, when you told in the month of, I think, April 2022, fine, when she had an offer letter of Wipro, then at that point of time only I told her, see, you might be having an offer letter, well and good, but just update yourself. Fine, you might be getting a job in that company, or in future also it will be helpful. But what she did, successfully she wasted. Now, from the month of March 2023, she has taken the course. Now, from March, 5 months you calculate March, April, May, June, July. Don't you think in order to complete the course, it will be July 2023? July 2023. Now, tell me, if she starts applying for a job, already 1 year gone, she will start losing few opportunity. I'm not telling every opportunity she'll be able to get. Few opportunities is what she'll lose. And a lot of mental pressure she would have gone through from past 1 year. Are you getting my point? Because that's very important. For everyone, what I would suggest is it's not about at what time you'll start. Fine. The main thing is just ask for yourself whether it's the right time, whether it's the right time for you to learn something or not. Fine. I think if you are a college student, trust me, guys, this is the right time that you have chosen. 100%. You might scold me for taking morning slot. You might scold me for taking extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes on a daily basis. It doesn't matter. You might scold me for making you to write the notes. But one fine day, you will appreciate. Guys, don't you think what is the goal of me as well as what is the goal of you people? Don't you think ultimately I want you to get a technical job? Once you get a technical job, also, trust me, the connection will not cut. 100% no. Once you become a part of Study Online, assume that you will learn Java full stack and you'll get a job. 100% you will contact me, sir. I want to learn DevOps, sir. Is there any DevOps course that you're going to start, sir? Sir, now I got a confidence on Java, sir. And maybe in my company, maybe in the next project, I'm having the interest towards Python. Let me also work in Python for 1 year, sir. Yes, if you have 2 to 3 years of experience in the IT industry, at least you should be having the knowledge on two programming language properly. Is that fine? Guys, now also in my company, fine, I'm extending my extended support to one project. Fine. I'm helping them to write the code in Java. I'm helping them. And my main project, fine, whatever the project I'm working, fine. I think when it comes to my working hours from past almost 1.5 month, fine. I'm giving my 20% of the work, 20% of my time in my office hours for developing that particular Java project, which is of different squad, because the executive director asked me to extend my support. Similarly, when it comes to my project that I'm working, fine, that is Python full stack. I'm just investing my 80% of time. Because you believe it or not, you believe it or not, I didn't had a sleep yesterday night. That is today. I didn't had a sleep. Trust me, I didn't had a sleep from past almost 2 weeks, approximately 2 weeks. I think today is April 19th, if I'm not wrong. April 19th. Today is April 19th. I think from April 7th or 8th, fine. Daily I used to sleep around some 4 hours. I think in between afternoon, if I'm working from home, if I get a chance, I take a quick nap of 1 hour, or it might be 45 minutes. But even more often, I'll be going to office. Today also, I have to go to office again. I have to come back. I didn't had a sleep at all. Trust me. Why? Because I was doing some coding activity in my project. My office work is what I was doing yesterday night. A study online work I'll not do throughout the night. Why? Because I know what has to be done. But office work, like there was a what I can tell emergency where we have to deploy the code. And in next week I might be taking unplanned leave, like in my office, not for you people. Fine. That's the reason. What I thought, okay, let me sit and let me complete the coding part. Guys, one thing I'll tell you, in the IT industry, if you have a knowledge, at that point of time, what the people will tell, Sandesh, you take 3 days of time. Sandesh, you take 3 days of time, and you just complete this particular task or development. If you have a knowledge, believe me, you can wind up your work 6 hours. By taking 6 hours, you can wind up, and you can don't tell that, because in 6 hours I have done and dusted with the work. Again, they'll give you one more task, or again you have to involve in another things. Be clever, but initial 5 years, just work like anything. Guys, initial 5 years, you should not have any rules and regulation for yourself. But after 6 years, automatically you'll become intelligent, and you'll get to know a few pros and cons of IT, and you'll get to know what has to be done and what you should not do. Fine. That's the reason. Yesterday I didn't had a sleep. I was just doing the Python coding. Because it only goes up to your interest. Trust me, it only goes up to your interest and the passion or the dedication that you'll be having. So, why, sir? Because don't you think by the end of the month, if some message comes and if you just check the message, automatically some smile will come out of your face. Automatically, your mind will be like, yes, I'm satisfied. Fine. If that thing has to continue, you have to work like anything. That's it. And now only I'm telling guys, if you work and if you have a proper dedication, trust me, company will start giving you extra bonus, or you will not be able to, what I can tell, expect those kind of hike. Fine. Okay, let me just come back to the actual topic. Let's discuss. I hope you understood what is the meaning of installation. When it comes to maintenance, okay, sir, what is maintenance, sir? Because maintenance is also a technical job itself, but not pure technical, You will not be doing much coding part. Forget about much. You will not be doing coding part at all. Fine. What you people will do, if you ask me, when it comes to maintenance, observe properly. Don't you think software has been delivered to the customer? Assume that whatever may be the software, fine. Whatever may be the software. Let's take the same Kotak Mahindra software, fine. Assume that Infosys people would have installed, everything is done. Now, maintenance, it's a process of maintaining the developed and tested software into client's environment by set of people called as maintenance engineer. That means Infosys will agree. See, Kotak Mahindra, you pay this much amount fine for every year for the company. In order to develop the software, some amount will be there. But we will provide you the service, or we will provide you the maintenance for the software if something goes wrong, or if you want to do some update. Let's do one thing. You just pay the amount for yearly basis or monthly basis, so that we can just extend our support to maintain that software. Such engineers will come under maintenance. Fine. Maintenance will be done by maintenance engineer. In maintenance, if there is any changes that has to be done for the existing software, will be taken care not by maintenance engineer. They will just inform developer who developed the code, and again developer will update the code, and that is, he'll try to change few things. The test engineers will test as normal. The steps will continue. Meanwhile, when this software is being used by Kotak Mahindra people, if they came up with some bugs or something went wrong, that has to be reported by the end user or customer who are using the software, and that particular mistake that has been reported will be collected by maintenance engineer, and they will tell to developer, so that in the next release or in the next update the developer will take care about the mistake what he committed. I hope you people are able to understand 7 phases of SDLC. Same 7 phases will be there in waterfall model. Step by step only it will happen in waterfall model. Is that fine? Well, shall I display the diagram of waterfall model? Shall I display the diagram of waterfall model? I want a quick response from your side. Shall I display the diagram of waterfall model? Okay, observe. Let me display the diagram. I think a beautiful diagram is what I have written for waterfall model. Sir, you should not tell beautiful, sir. We should tell. Okay, don't worry. You will also tell. Observe. Okay. Guys, in waterfall model only, I have explained all the 7 phases instead of explaining separately. Okay. Please tell me, are you able to understand or not? Sir, what we are able to understand, sir? When it comes to waterfall model, first, customer will give the requirement. BA will elicitate analysis. He will convert the CRS into SRS. He will check whether the requirement is complete, consistent, or ambiguity. Next, the document will be sent to feasibility. Finance team, resource team, technology team will sit and they'll decide whether it's possible to develop the software or not. If everything goes well, then only they'll proceed to design. If not, they'll reject here itself. Design will be done by architect. When it comes to high level design, low level design will be done by senior developer. Coding, next phase, developer, text phase. After design only coding should happen. After testing only testing, sorry, after coding only testing should happen. After testing only installation should happen. When it comes to testing, both manual testing will also be done, automation testing will also be done. Testing will be done by test engineers, coding will be done by developers, installation will be done by installation engineer, maintenance will be done by maintenance engineer. This is only called as waterfall model. Why waterfall? Assume that these are the brick or rock. If you pour a cup of water from here, don't you think water will fall like this? Like that, the name waterfall model came into existence by seeing this diagram or by seeing this particular approach. Is that fine? This waterfall model is also called as data driven model. Why, sir? Don't you think first phase data will be driven to second phase data will be driven to next phase? If the design is done, then only using the data of design coding can be done. If coding is done, then only testing can be done. If coding testing is done, then only installation can be done. Data driven. Who invented this waterfall model, if you ask me? Winston W. Royce is the person who invented waterfall model. Is that clear for everyone? Yes or no in the chat box? I want a very quick response from your side. Is that clear? Yes, please do respond. Is that clear? Okay. Now I'll write everything in a single shot. Let's see how many of them will be able to understand. Advantage of waterfall model, disadvantage of waterfall model, when to go for waterfall model is what I'm gonna explain. Or let me just write it. When it comes to advantage of waterfall model, it's very easy and simple to. It's very simple and easy to understand. It's not complicated. When it comes to waterfall model, phases are processed and completed one at a time, so the phases will not overlap. Each phases will be properly documented. It's a traditional approach of developing the software. It will work properly for small project where the requirement are completely provided by the customer. Then these are the advantages of waterfall. Sir, what about the disadvantage, sir? It is suitable only for smaller. You can't use waterfall model for large product. You can't use waterfall model for moderate project. Why, sir? Why? Because backtracking is not possible. Sir, what is backtracking, sir? Let's assume that one Dabba fellow would have not designed properly. Don't you think it has been coded, it has been tested, correct? Right? Again, they cannot undo the activity. Backtracking, they cannot do that. They can't tell like, no, testing has to be done again. No, coding has to be done again. Why? Because one design is not proper. You can't go back. You can't go back suddenly. Backtracking is not possible. I hope you're able to understand the meaning of what is the meaning of backtracking. And don't you think once the customer gives a requirement, that's it. Once the customer gives a requirement, it will be freezed. It will be freezed once it comes to feasibility study. In the maintenance phase only, again, he has to tell if there is any changes in his requirement or if he wants to update the requirement. That means if you observe these points, please tell me whether it is correct or not. I think advantages already I have discussed. That means already means just now I have discussed. Okay, let me just take this. Okay, let me just consider 18. Okay. Advantage of waterfall model. Simple and easy to understand. Simple and easy to understand. Second point. In this model, phases are processed and completed one at a time so that it will not overlap. Each phases are properly documented. Next, it's a traditional approach. It works well for smaller projects where the complete requirement will be given by the customer before the software development. It's only suitable for smaller projects. It's a very big disadvantage. It will not be suitable for moderate or large project. Backtracking is impossible. Trust me, backtracking is impossible. I hope you people are able to understand. Requirement will be freezed. Requirement will be freezed. Requirement will be freezed by the customer. And it's a time consuming. Sir, why time consuming, sir? Why? Because meanwhile the feasibility is going on, or meanwhile the design is going on. Don't you think developers and test engineers, if they don't have any other project, they will enjoy their time in their office? Why? Because there is no work for them, right? I hope you're able to understand. Time consuming. Work will not be divided properly. Why? Because if developer is doing the task, architect will be free, test engineers will be free, installation engineer will be free, this BA will be free. If they don't have any other project, that's what work will not be divided properly. When to go for waterfall model? First thing, whenever you see that it's a very minute project, small project where the complete requirement are given. As here, when the requirement are completely known, and when it's a smaller project, and if you get the proper confirmation from the customer that he will not give any changes in the requirement during the SDLC, then only you have to go for waterfall model. If these 3 points matches, then you just go for waterfall model, but nobody will be using waterfall model. Waterfall model is also called as data driven model. Who invented waterfall model? Winston W. Royce. Please tell me, is that clear for everyone up until this point, whatever I have thought? Yes or no in the chat box. Is that clear for everyone? Yes, I want a very quick response from your side. Is that clear? Okay, I hope it's clear for everyone. I hope. Fine. Okay, shall I proceed further? Please do respond. Shall I proceed further? Shall I take exact 5 minutes of time? Last 5 minutes? Okay. Before me proceeding further, I want you to provide your attendance. Just a minute. I'll just send you the link where you can provide your attendance. Just give me 1 minute of time. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just checking where this attendance is available. Guys, please tell me which one do you think is more effective and more useful? Is that online class or offline class? Please do respond. Which one is more effective? Online class or offline class? Offline, offline, online, 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 online. Okay, 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 cool. Tomorrow I'll tell you which one is more effective. Fine, today I don't want to waste your time, or else I don't want to disturb you people. Okay, let me just send the attendance link. As I hope you understood waterfall model, right? Are you able to understand the complete waterfall model? All the 7 phases. Okay, great. Just do one thing, just do one thing. Just provide your attendance. I think I have just sent the link in the chat. Please do provide your attendance. I think today is day 3, right? Day 3 software testing. Please do provide your attendance. Guys, one more thing. I hope you have the drive link, right? Guys, do you have the drive link of class? That is testing class. I think where the notes has been uploaded. I hope you have the drive link, right? If I'm not wrong. If I'm not wrong, you have the drive link of testing class. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have that, right? Okay, if you don't have, by chance, if you don't have, already I have uploaded day one, day two notes. Just now I have shared a link in the chat. Wait a minute, I'll be sharing that. Okay, just now I have just shared a link in the chat. Please bookmark that page. Please bookmark that page. As if you observe the browser, whatever I have shared, don't you think already day one, day two notes is available? Like this, just give me some half an hour after the class. Day three notes will also be uploaded. And when it comes to video, I hope I haven't uploaded day two video, day three video. I don't know whether regarding day two. Day two, day three video by the end of the day, I'll upload in the what I can tell WhatsApp community, or maybe it will be there in our YouTube channel as well. If you would have followed, you'll be getting notification. Okay, is that done by providing attendance? Yes or no? Please do respond. Is that done? Because still I'm not able to see few people attendance in the chat. Sorry, it's not in the chat. Sorry, attendance. I don't know what kind of extra thing that you'll be doing. Please do provide your attendance. Okay, if it is done, is that done by providing the attendance? No, still, half of the people would have not given the attendance. I don't know why. Half of the people. Is that a difficult task to provide the attendance? Just go to that link. Just provide your name, phone number. That's it. I think hardly it takes around 1 or 2 minutes, right? Okay, please do provide your attendance. Let me just do one thing. Let me just halt the technical discussion of day three. I think today is day three, right? Okay. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I might be giving you the glimpse about automation testing. Attend a class without fee. I think we have 6 days, right? Of okay. Tomorrow, then I'll be doing manual testing. Last 2 days, I'll try to give the glimpse about automation testing. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. And I really appreciate you people for attending the class in the morning slot. And I hope it's not disturbing your daily activities, right? Because I hope this slot is not disturbing your daily activities. Yes or no? Is that disturbing? Yes or no? No, right? Okay, cool. But after demo class, no, I'm telling from 6 to 7:30, I'll be taking. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.